This is macOS Ken.
Making Apple retail a better place to work, iPhone versus the cash register, and 6 Oscar nominations for Apple TV+. It is Wednesday, the 9th of February, 2022. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from macOS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by New Relic, helping you monitor, debug, and improve your entire stack. Learn more and get started at newrelic.com/macOSKen. This show is also sponsored by Kandji, device management for your Apple environment. Managing your Mac and iPhone can be fun. Managing a couple can be challenging. Managing Macs, iPhones, iPads, and Apple TV for a whole office or set of offices? That sounds like a nightmare. Wake up to Kandji. With Kandji, new Apple gear can be ready for your workforce quickly and easily, with all the apps and settings your people need. Devices managed by Kandji keep themselves secure, apps are patched, macOS is updated, and security controls are enforced without active management from admins. It's not doing that by itself, though. You decide how soon after release updates get updated. Kandji lets you do that without having to deal with individual users or their machines. And if anybody changes anything they shouldn't, Kandji detects it and fixes it, saving you time and trouble. Go to kandji.io/macOSKen for a free demo and trial. That's KANDJI, kandji.io/macOSKen. Find out why companies like Allbirds, Segment, Lacework, and others use Kandji for zero-touch Apple device management. KANDJI. Again, that is kandji.io/macOSKen. Your free demo and trial are waiting at kandji.io/macOSKen. I saw an interesting piece on VentureBeat recently that talked about the Great Resignation. Faced with the hardships of the past couple of years, the whole nearly dying thing for a paycheck, a lot of people are just quitting their jobs. Anyway, that's the common conception. Though the piece, written by the co-founder and CEO of a company called EquityB, argues that that is not the case. People aren't quitting because they're sick of work. They're quitting because they don't feel valued by their employers or organizations. It's an idea that might strike past generations as frivolous. Then again, past generations had retirement plans and gold watches after 25 years with the company. It's not that every company has stopped valuing its employees, but it certainly feels to many employees that they are not valued or are undervalued. Quick aside, at a friend's year-end review, they said they felt the company did not value their work. The manager suggested that this person, who spent a lot of 2021 putting in 45 to 55 hours a week, work more overtime. Without quitting, my friend is actively seeking other employment, part of what the VentureBeat piece calls not the Great Resignation, but the Great Reprioritization. Apple Retail is apparently hip to that and either wants to be the place that people land or wants to keep them from flying. A piece from Bloomberg by way of Yahoo Finance says Apple plans to significantly increase its benefits for U.S. retail workers as it grapples with a tightening labor market and the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, according to people with knowledge of the matter. According to the piece, changes taking effect beginning Monday, the 4th of April, include doubling paid sick days for both full-time and part-time workers. The days can be used for mental health leave and taking family members to the doctor. This change will give full-time workers 12 paid sick days instead of 6. Workers will receive more annual vacation days beginning at 3 years of employment instead of 5. Part-time employees will now get as many as 6 paid vacation days for the first time. Another first, they'll get paid paternal leave. That benefit will cover up to 6 weeks and will include the ability to gradually ramp up work for the first 4 weeks after returning. And finally, part-time workers will get access to discounted emergency backup care for children or elderly family members. While Bloomberg initially heard the news from secret folks said to know something about something, the changes have been confirmed by Apple. Apple looks poised to upend the point-of-sale space. The Cupertino company issued a press release Tuesday confirming rumors that had been circulating for a few weeks. Those had Apple enabling contactless payment acceptance for iPhone in the relatively near future. Now Apple says later this year, U.S. merchants will be able to accept Apple Pay and other contactless payments simply by using iPhone and a partner-enabled iOS app. The company says adding Tap to Pay to iPhone will empower millions of merchants across the U.S., from small businesses to large retailers, to use their iPhone to seamlessly and securely accept Apple Pay, contactless credit and debit cards, and other digital wallets through a simple tap to their iPhone. No additional hardware or payment terminal needed. Once live, merchants will be able to take contactless payments with hardware as far back as 2018's iPhone XS or later, provided it's got a supporting and supported app installed. At checkout, the release says the merchant will simply prompt the customer to hold their iPhone or Apple Watch to pay with Apple Pay, their contactless credit or debit card, or other digital wallet near the merchant's iPhone, and the payment will be securely completed using NFC technology. No additional hardware is needed to accept contactless payments through Tap to Pay on iPhone, so businesses can accept payments from wherever they do business. Jennifer Bailey, VP of Apple Pay and Apple Wallet, is quoted in the release saying, "In collaboration with payment platforms, app developers, and payment networks, we're making it easier than ever for businesses of all sizes, from solopreneurs to large retailers, to seamlessly accept contactless payments and continue to grow their business." That's the down-the-road idea anyway. It starts, though, with one partner. The release says Stripe will be the first payment platform to offer Tap to Pay on iPhone to their business customers, including the Shopify point-of-sale app this spring. Additional payment platforms and apps will follow later this year. That said, it seems like not much later. Word on the latest beta from iOS 15.4 says that the Tap to Pay on iPhone framework is already showing up. MacRumors says the Tap to Pay on iPhone feature is working in the latest beta, but you can't use it because it needs support from third-party providers. While Stripe will offer that, it's not doing that quite yet. News of the Tap to Pay on iPhone framework in the latest iOS beta may prompt a question. How did we not hear about the framework in the latest beta before? Because the latest beta wasn't out before. I mean, it was, but there's a latest beta. Along with the Tap to Pay news, Apple on Tuesday released the second betas of iOS 15.4 and iPadOS 15.4 to developers, along with the second beta of macOS Monterey 12.3, the second beta of watchOS 8.4, and the second beta of tvOS 15.4, according to a few pieces from MacRumors. The newest newness in the iOS update is the framework making way for Tap to Pay. Other upcoming features we've heard about for iPhone and iPad include the addition of Face ID with Mask, support for universal control, and loads of new emoji. Other features we had not heard about or that escaped my notice are said by MacRumors to include full 120Hz Pro motion support for app animations on iPhone 13 Pro, the ability to add EU vaccine certificates to Apple Wallet, the ability to turn off notifications for shortcuts automations, keyboard brightness controls in Control Center on the iPad, an Apple Card widget, iCloud keychain notes, support for adding custom email domains to iCloud Mail on device, and the addition of a SharePlay option in the share sheet. Now, there is one fix of note. A piece from Apple Insider says the iOS 15.4 beta fixes a bug that stored Siri recordings even if users opted out. The first I remember hearing about that was this story. Glad to hear it's getting fixed. Now, we can't be certain which of the features will beat the beta gauntlet and make it out to users. We also can't be certain when the next versions of iOS and iPadOS will hit. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman thinks it'll happen around the same time Apple updates iPhone SE and iPad Air. He's expecting that in the first half of next month. Not unlike the latest iPadOS 15.4 beta, we've heard about some of what's new in the latest beta for macOS Monterey 12.3, also released to developers on Tuesday. Among anticipated features, Universal Control. That's the feature that lets one mouse and or trackpad and or keyboard control a number of Macs and iPads in close proximity. After updating to the latest betas on supported machines, indications from MacRumors are that it just works. And something for which some have clamored, the Mac update adds support for updating the AirPods firmware when the earbuds are connected to a Mac. Not unlike the iOS 15.4 beta, this one comes with an intended fix as well. A piece from iDownload blog says it looks like a problem where Bluetooth devices would drain the batteries of some MacBooks while those MacBooks slept is being addressed. The latest beta of tvOS 15.4 gets something it almost never gets: new features. MacRumors says the second beta of the TV operating system, also released to developers on Tuesday, adds support for captive Wi-Fi networks. The piece says that means that an iPhone or iPad can be used to connect your Apple TV to networks that require additional sign-in steps, such as in hotel rooms. The Up Next listing will now list directly in the video player, making it easier to get from show to show while watching shows instead of having to back out to the home screen. The update brings a couple of audio tweaks, including a new volume button that's accessible from the video player and a new look for the spatial audio controls, and Tap to Navigate is back as an accessibility option, according to MacRumors. Perhaps Tuesday's most lackluster beta was the second one for watchOS 8.5. While the macOS beta, iOS and iPadOS betas, and even the tvOS beta bring something new to the table, the second beta of watchOS 8.5 does not. I mean, unless you count the new emoji, but everything that gets emoji is getting the new emoji, so looks like there's nothing new coming to Apple's chronometer. It's not just a slew of new OS betas developers got on Tuesday. A piece from 9 to 5 Mac says Apple also announced a string of remote sessions for members of the Apple Developer Program. Called App Store Sessions, the report says Apple is offering multiple sessions in several different languages, with the virtual events including a live Q&A. Sessions presented include Get Started with Custom Offer Codes, Get Started with Product Page Optimization, Get Started with In-App Events, Get Started with Custom Product Pages, and Optimize Subscriptions for Success, Acquisition. The sessions run from Tuesday, the 15th of February through Tuesday, the 29th of March. Registration is open now for members of the developer program. More news in a moment, but first a word from New Relic, helping you monitor, debug, and improve your entire stack. If you're a software engineer, you've been there. It's 9 p.m. You're finally unwinding from your day. Your phone buzzes with an alert. Something's broken, and your mind's already wondering what it could be. Is it the network? Is it the server? Is it global? Now the whole team's scrambling from tool to tool and messaging person after person to find and fix the issue. That will not happen with New Relic. New Relic combines 16 different monitoring products that you would normally buy separately, so engineering teams can see across the entire software stack in one place. New Relic looks for anomalous activity and pings you. letting you catch and fix problems before they hit the end user. That's why the developer and ops teams at DoorDash, GitHub, Atlassian, and more than 14,000 other companies use New Relic to debug and improve their software. The next 9 p.m. call is just around the corner. Get New Relic before it happens. And you can get access to the whole New Relic platform and 100 gigabytes of data free forever, no credit card required. Sign up at newrelic.com/macOSken. NEWRELIC. That's newrelic.com/macOSken. newrelic.com/macOSken. If it's really an honor just to be nominated, Apple was honored 6 times over on Tuesday. That is when the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences announced the nominations for the 94th Academy Awards. That is 6 nominations divided by 2 films, CODA and The Tragedy of Macbeth. Apple did, of course, rush to the fax machine and fire off a press release. We'll start with Shakespeare. Macbeth got 3 of Apple's 6 nominations. Bruno Del Bonel for Best Cinematography, Stephen Deschamps for Best Production Design, and Denzel Washington for Best Actor. According to Apple's press release, Washington's nomination for Macbeth is his 10th Oscar nomination, making him one of the most nominated actors ever and the most nominated black man in history. He'll face Javier Bardem for Being the Ricardos, Benedict Cumberbatch for The Power of the Dog, Andrew Garfield for Tick, Tick, Boom, and Will Smith for King Richard. CODA kinda did better, garnering more high-profile nominations than The Tragedy. They include Sian Heder for Best Adapted Screenplay, Troy Kotsur for Best Supporting Actor, and CODA for Best Picture. Kotsur will go up against Syrian Hines for Belfast, Jesse Plemons and Cody Smith-McPhee, both of whom were up for The Power of the Dog, and J.K. Simmons for Being the Ricardos. As for Best Picture, CODA gets to slug it out with Belfast, Don't Look Up, Drive My Car, Dune, King Richard, Licorice Pizza, Nightmare Alley, The Power of the Dog, and West Side Story. While every nomination is historic, CODAs are particularly so. According to Apple's press release, the film becomes the first motion picture starring a predominantly deaf cast in leading roles to receive a Best Picture nomination, and Troy Kotsur becomes the first deaf male actor to receive a nomination in the Best Supporting Actor category for his powerful performance. Commenting on the nominations, Apple head of Worldwide Video, Zach Van Amberg, said, "We are humbled by reaching this milestone of receiving a Best Picture nomination for CODA, a groundbreaking motion picture that uplifts, entertains, and transforms. We applaud the visionaries in front of and behind the camera who brought CODA and The Tragedy of Macbeth to life, powerful films that connect story with humanity and will resonate with audiences for generations to come." Also offering comment, Apple's other head of video, Jamie Ehrlich, who said, "After watching audiences connect with these undeniably deserving films all over the world, it is rewarding to now see the diverse selection of Apple original films being honored at the highest level. We are grateful to have had the opportunity to collaborate with so many talented, creative storytellers and send our warmest congratulations to all of the nominees." Amazingly, neither one of them said, "It's an honor just to be nominated." And maybe that's what you say after. The ceremony for the 94th Academy Awards will be held on Sunday, the 27th of March. Oh, look, they're having them in Los Angeles this year. How novel. You will no doubt be able to watch it on the TV. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Kandji, device management for your Apple environment. Learn more at kandji.io/macOScan. This show is also sponsored by New Relic, helping you monitor, debug, and improve your entire stack. Learn more and get started at newrelic.com/macOScan. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media. Online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. Info at macoscan.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.